Hey, shalom, most high in Christ bless. My officer Kaziel with IUIC Greenville. We in downtown Greenville right now, about to do cuts from the street on New Year's Day. Okay, we're gonna engage with the people, see where they mind at, see what they know, see what they don't know, and try to teach them out of the Word of God. Most high in Christ bless. Mic check. Hey, shalom, most high in Christ bless. Officer Kaz, and I'm here with
Malaysia
and Cree.
I'm here with Malaysia and Cree, and today, y'all, we are out here talking about New Year's. All right, did y'all or do y'all celebrate the New Year?
we celebrate it every now and again.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all together or y'all brother and sister? Y'all do look alike. Okay, so brothers and sisters, they celebrate it every now and then.
Do you celebrate?
Not really.
Not really, right? Y'all was.
He was out with us last night.
He was out with them. and what do y'all like to do on the New Year's?
Well, I've basically worked at like every club bar out here, so I haven't been out like that. But I was like, fuck it, I wasn't really celebrating like Christmas, nothing else like that, because I'm in the process of moving. So I was like, fuck it, let me start the new year off right.
Okay.
We actually went to group therapy. It was pretty late. They stayed open till 1, played some mini golf. Then we went to another spot that I used to work at, karaoke bar. Mm-hmm. They wasn't doing karaoke that night though, so that was a flop. And then where did we go after that?
Sip.
Oh yeah, we went to Sip.
Sip.
Yeah.
So, clubbing, barring, drinking, festivities, fun, and you did what now?
Get drunk.
I want to ask y'all, what are some things that y'all typically do on New Year's? I'm gonna start with Cree.
So what I do is before I walk in a door that is my house, I make sure I got some money on me, because for a man, he should always have some money on him before he can walk through the door in his house. And what that means is, for you and your house is luck and fortune. And I do that, I'll say about like it's every year, and it works out pretty okay for us.
Okay, what about you?
For New Year's, most of the times, every now and again, I may hang out with my friends or whatever else. If not, then me and my brother would just hang out with family, order some pizza, and just do whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all do have New Year's traditions that y'all do as a family every year. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, are y'all familiar with some of the origins or the roots of New Year's?
No, actually.
No? What about you?
No, but let's talk about it.
Okay, so we are a faith-based group. So when we come out and we talk to the people and we engage and ask some questions, we typically like to respond to their answers, or if they have questions, with the scriptures, right? And we'll get to that. But I want to ask y'all a thought-provoking question before we get to that point. Have y'all ever thought about, before we get into the roots of New Year's, have y'all ever thought about why the new year is set in the dead of the winter, as opposed to when everything starts to grow and flourish and thrive in nature?
Honestly, no. Didn't really give it too much thought before, but I would like to know though.
What about you, Cree?
I'm curious, does it ties in with race or religion? Or
No. I would say no. I'm going to say no. It doesn't. It is nature. However, it is how God set it up. So I can't say that it's not about religion. However, or race. The new year was set up by God from the beginning. That's just how it is.
Have you ever questioned why it is that the end of one year and the beginning of the next year coming after it takes place halfway through wintertime?
I mean, yeah, I question a lot of shit actually. Yeah, I've wondered.
You wonder? Do you wonder?
Well, I do question that, but I know that the beginning of the year is really like around the springtime when everything's growing back.
Around the springtime. What about you?
Always wonder, always curious.
You was curious? All right, well, we're going to show you a little bit of it, actually. Let's start with, let me get a reader. We're going to bring out a little bit of history, all right? He has a Bible. Do y'all deal with the Bible at all?
I didn't grow up going to church or anything like that.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. We going to show you some real deal that the preachers probably won't show you. What about you?
Yeah, my family's very church oriented.
Very church oriented. That might have been where you might have heard about the original ancient, how people used to do before the modern times celebration of a new year being actually when spring, like you said, right? And you?
I mean, my family's Buddhist, but I've read a couple pages of the Bible.
Buddhism. So let's go into Exodus 12, and then we're going to go to 13 and 4, right? Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
So this is after Moses saved us, the 12 tribes of Israel, from slavery. When they left, he was told, right now is the first month. Month 1, right? Read.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
So this is the first month of the year. So let's read about when that is, right? Give me that right there. Yes, you're on it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 4. This day came yet out in the month of Abib.
The day that they left Egypt, that what they were being told about is the first month. That was actually called the month of Abib, right? Somebody get me the Zondervan right there. Abib, the definition of it means, do you know what Abib means? A-B-I-B. That's a different language than English, obviously, but that actually translates to ear of corn, as in the first harvest year of corn, like the springtime, like he said. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
So read this here.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
Observe the month of Abib. Remember, he called it the first month of the year. That's being in springtime, not halfway through the dead of winter. Not even at the end of winter, halfway through it. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Nah, yeah.
What about you?
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why it's in the winter?
Say it again.
Don't make any sense at all why it's in the middle of winter.
So let me start off with Janice, right? The new year is celebrated in what month?
January.
January.
All right. The name January comes from Janice. Can I get Janice, the book? Oh, you got it. I was looking. I'm like, everybody's just standing still. I ain't see him. Let's make sure he in the frame. He in the frame? This is my buddy Benjamin. Okay? He gonna read for us. Get me Janice. Yes.
This comes from the Two Babylons, page 271. Janice, who was publicly known to all Rome, to the unintended and intended alike, as the
Uninitiated.
the uninitiated and initiated alike, as the grand mediator that opened that the opener and the shutter, who had the key of the invisible world.
Okay, so Janice was a Roman god who was symbolized the beginnings and ends. Okay, so that's why every New Year they got New Year resolutions. All right, they're gonna put this away and they're gonna start doing this. So it represents the beginnings and the ends. However, its roots is in Roman theology or Roman deities, the gods of Rome. Okay, so y'all believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible?
Yes.
So typically with God-fearing people who think they believe in the Bible, or believe that Christ and God out of the Bible is their belief system, they don't know that the New Year's that they're celebrating has roots in pagan customs, or that the New Year's that they're celebrating has pagan roots.
How do you feel about what we have read so far? Does it make sense?
It does make sense in a way. I do understand. I think I need to hear more.
You need to hear more? How about you hear this right here? Listen to this.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Abib,
What we read about the first month of the year being called Abib.
the pre-exilic name for the first month of the year.
Right.
After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. It fell about the time of our March in early April.
So in the springtime, that's when we would celebrate the Passover. Passover is a springtime holiday, and Passover is written about in the Bible. We keep that. But January is halfway through the wintertime.
So now we're going to read the Bible. I apologize. Now we're going to read the Bible, okay? We're going to read where the New Year is actually supposed to be kept. Read.
Exodus chapter 12 and verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
So the beginning of months means what? The first month, right? This month shall be the beginning of months for the year. All right, read.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
It shall be the first month of the year. Read. Yeah, go to get the next precept.
Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 1.
So what we read, the way we read the Bible is precept upon precept. So here in Exodus, we're reading the beginning of months, right? The first month of the year. In Deuteronomy, this first month is explained what it is or what it's called. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 1. Observe the month Abib and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God.
So we're supposed to observe the month Abib, meaning once the month Abib comes in, we're to observe that month, right? And we're supposed to keep the Passover at that time. Now we're going to read what Abib is. This book right here is a fancy one. It's called the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. So what this does is, as you can guess, it's a dictionary for things that are written in the Bible. Some people might not know what Abib is, right? Never seen it before. They've seen it in the Bible, but don't know what it is. This book kind of helps us out with that, right? We're going to read Abib.
Abib, the first month of the year. Exodus chapter 13 and verse 4.
So that's when that's where you read Abib. It's the first month of the year. Read.
Exodus 23.
You don't have to read the scriptures. Just
After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan.
So it was changed to Nisan later on. I think it's the Babylonian captivity. Read.
It fell about the time of our March and early April.
It fell about the time of our March or early April, right? What time of the year is that?
Say that one more time.
Early March, early April. What time of the year is that?
That's back around early March, early April.
That's the winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
In March and April, that's spring, right?
Yeah, spring.
When the end of March happens, the beginning of April, that's when they got you see the flowers start to bud, the sun starts shining, start getting a lot of rain, right? These things happen so that new growth can spring out of the earth, right? Read that part again.
After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. It fell about the time of our March and early April.
Our March and early April. That was when Abib was supposed to be celebrated as what?
Year.
The new year. So why do we celebrate it now? And this is what we read that out of God's word. It said to celebrate or to observe the new month.
I feel like we celebrate it at the beginning of the year in January because we see everyone else is doing it and we don't want to stick out like a sore thumb.
Absolute. That's a heavy point. Give me Colossians chapter 2 verse 8, because it is what you're not wrong. This is what the Bible say, and y'all say y'all believe in the Bible, right? So let's read what God said. Read.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, right? Spoil, when something gets spoiled, is what? It's bad. It goes bad, right? So we as a people could start to go bad or degrade or degrade once we start to go after the philosophies and the vain deceit of men. Read that part again, and it's going to read on, talk about the traditions. Read.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Right. So we got to beware. We got to be conscious. We got to think. All right, let's be conscious of what we celebrate and what we're doing, lest we fall into some mischief or folly based off of these vain deceits of men. Read.
After the tradition of men.
After the traditions of men.
After the rudiments of the world.
After the rudiments of the world, because ultimately the stuff is worldly. So, like you said, Creed, you're right. When we see other people celebrate New Year and it's on TV and the ball dropping and everybody's getting drunk and having fun and we want to participate in that, that's what we doing. Wow. We doing this right here. So, that's all. We ain't going to bust y'all over here too much. But my name is Kaz. I appreciate y'all for giving us y'all's time today. I hope that y'all learned some stuff about New Year's. it was quick, simple, easy, but going into y'all's spring, remember this is actually the new year. All right, when late March, early April come, I want y'all to think about this interview. All right.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting y'all. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless. We just finished Cuts from the Street here in downtown Greenville on New Year's Day. Okay, it was well received. The information that was brought out, people were learning things for the first time. A lot of people didn't know what New Year's was about, and now they do. So, hey, with that, we say shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word